Hello, everyone, and welcome to summer school. Welcome to Anatomy and Physiology 1. This is your humble instructor, Greg Barnhill, and I'm going to make this video and try to get you started. And where's a good place to start? Well, under the Getting Started module, of course. Now, to start this course off, you have to complete the quizzes that are in these modules. They are not for a grade. The final parts of this module are for bonus points, but you have to complete this to start the class. This module is set up as a performance base, which means you have to complete it before you can unlock the first two modules in our class. So I'm going to start here. So under this, the getting started part, there is a welcome. And with all these, they are pretty brief. Just kind of read through here. Little information about anatomy and physiology. Here's the syllabi. Now I need to move that up. Here's the course overview. Here goes through a little bit of everything, how everything is set up. You do have content to read. You have some hands-on activities, meaning, quizzes to do, lessons. It is an online course. Now I do want to mention something here. These pictures that are in Blackboard, including on the exams, you can click on these, and this one doesn't get dramatically bigger, but any picture you can click on will make the picture larger if you want a better view. So time commitment, yes. Now, this class does have due dates, and there's a lot to complete, so you want to make sure you budget your time accordingly. And we're kind of already going through the navigation part here. So this little getting started quiz, now you can do these in an unlimited amount of times. Now the other quizzes, that's not the case, but they're 5 questions and you must score 100 to go to the next part of this particular module. So when you log in, I'm looking at my view, you have to go through this module, read the information, take the quiz, and then score 100%. You can do the quizzes until you get 100, basically, many times as you need to. This is part 2, some instructor information. Now, this is an online course, so anything that's relating to office hours will be virtual, of course. That is my phone, but the best way to get a hold of me is this way. Here's the email address. You can message me in the actual course, and there's a lesson later that kind of covers when you send emails in college, you need to follow a certain format. Anyway, the grades in this course are, you pretty much get those immediately. You can go back and look at the questions after the due date for each assignment, which is in the grade book. I'll show you that in a second. So how to send an email. Now look, this might seem a little nitpicky, but trust me, it's not as bad in summer, but most semesters we have we can have 4 to 5 classes, even with the new format. We can have up to 200 students, and we need clear information to get back to you in a fast time and give you the correct information. So anytime you send an email, please, you don't have to put Professor Barnhill, but Mr. Barnhill's fine, whatever. But make sure you put what class you're in, which is Anatomy and Physiology 1, and then state your question, please. And, complete it with your name. That way I know who you are and what class you're in. There are a couple of videos here I'd like you to watch. This is the CRN number, course reference number is this. And please put that in any kind of communications you send me. Learning resources. This class does not require a textbook, however, and there is actually a virtual, this is an online, I'm going to click on this link, should take you there. There it goes. This is OpenStax. It's free. The online version is free. You can purchase one in the bookstore, depending on how much. It can be anywhere from $30 to $50, but it's a good resource for you. You are provided all the resources and some videos. So that will close out this lesson 2. Now, the third one, a couple of things. I'm just going to go down here to the schedule. Now, it's pretty simple. We have 8 modules in our class. you're going to be completing 2 modules per week in summer. So week 1, you're going to do these first 2. Week 2, which would be at the end of week 2, you're halfway finished. That's 3 and 4. Week 3 will be 5 and 6, and week 4 will be 7 and 8. And the 8th module really only has a final exam. So under assignments, now here is depending on, and this is the last thing we cover as far as the getting started, but if you want to use PDFs, you can download what's called Adobe Reader. It's free. But here is a breakdown of the grades. Lesson quizzes are 10%. Module lessons, which you can do over and over again. Okay, these are the only ones, these module lessons, you can do them to get 100. They're 10%. The lab exams count 25%. The module exams are 40, and the final exams 15. That should equal 100 total. So there's a PDF version of that. And this kind of goes through all the different, there's some different question types, the lessons. Now, a couple of things with the lessons, make sure that you can do them an unlimited amount of times, but make sure at the end you click the finish button. That turns in your lesson for a grade. But these you can do as many times as you want. You get 2 chances at the lesson quizzes, not the getting started ones. Those you can do to get 100. That's just really for you to understand how everything's set up. The lab exams, you get 1 opportunity. Should see here 1 at a time. Yeah, there's a 1-time chance. So don't click start until you're ready to go. Same thing with the module exams. You only get 1 opportunity with those. And then the final exam is the same. It's comprehensive. It's over the entire course. You only get 1 opportunity. As far as assignment policy goes, there are hard due dates with this course. Now, summer course, the due dates will be Sunday night. I might just go ahead here and change this. It says Tuesday at the moment. Yeah, there's no late assignments. There are no reopening of assignments, no dropped assignments, and no makeup exams. That's not meant to be harsh. It's just part of going to college is you have to learn how to follow a schedule. Online has the ultimate freedom, of course, but also to keep everything going smoothly, there has to be due dates with everything. And I am here to help. If you need something, you can always email me. So to kind of finish this up, this last lesson here, device requirements. Now, this is a Blackboard Ultra, which is like a newer form of Blackboard. You can use any of these browsers. Blackboard kind of recommends Google Chrome, but use whichever ones you would like to. This is supposed to be tablet friendly. It is a little more challenging if you're not doing it on a computer. But you can run this checker to see if everything's up to date. You're just going to click on that link. The PDF reader, most documents are in PDF form. There are some that are Word, but you'll need to download that to view those. And then there's also a mobile app you can use. You can get it like as it states here. These SoftChalk interactive lessons, there's one you can do in this particular module for practice. You can do them as many times as you want. They're unlimited. They do count as a grade. They're 10% of your average, but they're more of the studying part. They're kind of like a mastery quiz. The more you can do questions over and over again, that's a really good way to learn. Padlet is another program that I use, and it's mainly to offer videos. We've decided to call this like a study hall type thing for online. And then there's a quiz for this. So the only thing I didn't really mention here is you have 1, 2, 3, there are 4 lessons in this little getting started part. They're not very long. Honestly, this entire module, you could probably do it in 30 minutes if you wanted to. But they all have a quiz. You must complete these with 100 to move on to the next section and to unlock the last part. This quiz here will unlock, this is what Padlet looks like. There's an email etiquette here. There's an outline just as an example. Now, every module in this section, there are outlines. Some of them are long, but there's stuff you can use as a reference. And then there are always videos that you can use also as a reference. Now, the assignments. So here is, this This is an introductory type thing. Just introduce yourself, put a little bit about yourself. It says required, it is. It also is for a bonus. This is the getting started module. Let me just do this real quick. Anyway, this is the lesson. So you click on this, you're gonna probably look a little different on your end. But what you will do is just go through. Now look, these menus, you can click on the 3 bars if you want and get the little side menu out of the way. I've gone back and forth. Some people like it like this, so they can, if they want to come back in and look at something in a lesson, once you turn a lesson in, you can always go back and look at them again. Just, don't click submit at the end once you've turned your grade in. If you want to go back and redo things, that's fine. But each one of these, you can see the arrows here. You can go through, and it talks a little bit about, this is just an introductory thing, but there are questions here for you to do, little activities. It is for practice to get you kind of comfortable using soft chalk. Here are some multiple choice, there's some true false. But you'll need to complete that one. Oops. And then I didn't mean to click on that. And then this right here, this getting started module exam will unlock the first 2 modules, and you have to score 100. Now it's only 10 questions. Let me see if it tells you how many. Yeah, this exam is 10 questions, and there are, and they're basically questions from the previous lesson quizzes, but you must complete this with 100 to unlock the first 2 modules. All right, I hope that helps. If you're watching this, it'll be under here. But what I'm going to do is I'll post a video under each module for each week. It's going to be a little redundant, but anyway, that should get you started to start with. So email me if you have any questions.